joined by the DUP MP for North Antrim, Ian Paisley, and John McAllister of NI21. Ian Paisley, first of all, storm in a teacup?
I think David's attempts to defend his colleagues are valiant, but the comments were shocking. I mean, to describe Ulster, describe Northern Ireland, this state of which Anna Lowe is a paid elected representative in, as artificial, it's the language of Sinn Féin. That is language which unions have always felt insulted by and felt that it's very damaging to us. The question tonight isn't where's Anna. We know where Anna stands. She's been actually very honest and open and transparent about her position. The question for the Alliance Party is where's the Alliance Party tonight? It seems to have a policy based on confusion. There's an old maxim in politics, a house divided against itself cannot stand. I mean, if there was a border poll tomorrow, well, where would the Alliance Party be canvassing?
There isn't going to be a border poll.
But if there was...
Yeah, but there isn't going to be.
But it leaves one of those solid questions out there that the Alliance Party really doesn't know where it stands for on this key issue, which, let's face it, when you cut to the chase in Northern Ireland, whether people are moving on, it still is an important and solid issue, and it goes right to the heart of being honest with people. The party should be taking a position. Now, David, in the past, has taken a position. He has said that he was sick in his stomach to have to designate once as a unionist whenever he was in that saga, the pantomime of the political horse.
Yeah, back in 2001.
Yes. So he clearly doesn't want to be a unionist. Anna now clearly has a Republican aspiration, so she likes the idea of an all-Ireland Republic. And I think the question is, well, where's Naomi? Is Naomi pro the union or is she anti the union? This is handbags at dawn within the Alliance Party. It's not a storm in the teacup.
Okay.
It is a serious crisis, and I think the Alliance have to get on top of it.
So it's a serious crisis, and a house divided is a house in severe difficulty, says Ian Paisley.
The Alliance Party is a house entirely united on the key issue that defines the Alliance Party, which is the kind of society we have here, and building a united community and promoting reconciliation and growing our economy.
It is confusing.
And
I understand all of that.
And as you just said to Ian, there isn't going to be a border poll.
No, but it is an interesting point, because back in 1973, when there last was a border poll, the Alliance Party campaigned for Northern Ireland to remain in the United Kingdom. Now you have a leading member of your party saying that she personally supports the idea of a united Ireland. If there was a border poll coming up, what would you do?
But the reality is, since 1921 and even since 1973, the constitutional position has changed significantly. We're not talking about an either-or choice between being in the United Kingdom or being in the United Ireland.
We are actually, ultimately.
No, we're actually talking about a complex set of relationships in which you have the relationships within Northern Ireland, the relationships between people on this island and within these islands.
But it's a mixed message. The point is, you're not sending out a clear, simple message to people so that they can understand where you stand.
I'm sending out a very clear, simple message. The Alliance Party is committed to building a united community for the people of Northern Ireland, regardless of what the constitutional arrangement may be. Because that's the fundamental issue that creates difficulties for the society, that blights our economy, that blights the development of our children's lives and the opportunities for them to grow up in this society, that creates the real problems.
Right, let's hear from John McAllister of NI21. Where do you stand on this? I mean, has Ian Paisley got it right? Is it a serious situation?
Look, there's a couple of points, really, Mark. I mean, one of our key things is that we need in Northern Ireland to build a sense of we instead of the us and them politics. And I think one of the key ways of doing that is building on a Northern Irish identity. If you describe Northern Ireland as artificially created, that sort of brings into question that the whole question of a Northern Irish identity, if you don't believe it actually should be there. The remarks that Anna Lowe made around it being artificial, I think just belong to a different era. You know, it has nothing to do with where we are from the Good Friday Agreement. And in the debate on local government reform and round flags, we would have supported some of the Alliance amendments, but that type of language isn't representative of what the Good Friday Agreement is about.
Maybe it is a bit of a storm in a teacup.
Moving on.
It's quite a complex issue, and maybe we shouldn't oversimplify it. I did an interview with Anna Lowe last year about identity, and she says, and I'll quote her, "My identity would be Northern Irish. I don't see myself as Irish at all."
But how does that square with saying that Northern Ireland is an artificial state?
Well, don't ask me. I didn't make the comment, but I'm saying you've got to take on board the other comments that she made, which perhaps contextualise it.
That's the point I'm making. If you believe, and I do believe in a Northern Irish identity, I think we need to build on that sense of we.
You were standing up in the chamber on Well, it was last night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Last night, telling us all how Irish you are, how proud you were of the Irish rugby team. And when you were goaded by members on the DUP benches, you pulled out your British passport and waved it at them. But you said you're absolutely an Irishman. You've got no difficulty whatsoever in saying that.
Absolutely no difficulty, and as good an Irishman as anybody else sitting in that chamber. And Northern Irish and British identity is much more complex. The difficulty I have with Anna's comments is that to suggest that Northern Ireland was an artificial state actually goes away from having a settlement in the Good Friday Agreement in 1998. And at the minute I feel that actually NI21 is about the only party standing up for the Good Friday Agreement. We have so many other parties moving away from it, UUP, DUP, Sinn Féin, SDLP, and all wanting to reinforce the us and them politics.
Right.
Alliance cannot be just the halfway point between two extremes and call that the centre ground.
Ian Paisley, you're laughing there, but let me put it to you, you're being a bit mischievous with all of this as well. Because, you are, because you yourself have gone on the record saying that you are Irish, and your father has also said he would never deny he was an Irishman.
And you're talking about identity. And that is a completely separate thing from policy of where we actually are and of what we actually want to achieve in politics. Can I say that the issue for people today is, do they have strong unionist representation, or will they have representation that will take away their union? What does the union represent? Well, it represents all the things which Anna said she's trying to achieve in her United Ireland policy of a strong economy, of a strong social background, of a strong political base. Now, Anna thinks that Northern Ireland citizens would be better off in the economy of the Republic of Ireland, which we bailed out. Would be better off in the politics of the United Ireland,
but not
which
in her
is
lifetime. That's the critical point. She's
doesn't
not
matter.
talking
Well, I
about
don't know how long
next
she's
year.
going to live, and she's a very young and healthy lady. There's all of those things which she is saying that she is supporting for a state that, frankly, she doesn't hold a candle to in terms of the policies that are endorsed by that state. The fact of the matter is that people out there want tonight to know, do they have strong unionist, positive unionists representing them, or do they have a mishmash of nationalism and republicanism and something which we just do not know what it means as a halfway house or other representing?
Well, there you go. I mean, that's the point. What you've done is created a problem where there wasn't a problem, and you've made life very, very difficult. Anna Lowe has made life very, very difficult, particularly for Naomi Long in East Belfast, because people don't know who you are anymore. They don't know what you represent.
I think people know exactly who we represent. I mean, let me just take it, because both John and Ian have used the term halfway house, or halfway between unionism and nationalism, I think what John said. That's not what the Alliance Party is. The Alliance Party is a party with its commitment to its principles. We don't set ourselves by halfway between other people. We set ourselves by what we believe is right to develop this economy, to develop a shared future, to provide a better opportunity for all our people. And that frequently puts us in disagreement with both of them. Now, if somebody happens to make a remark about a long-term issue that doesn't diverge from where the party is united in what we are seeking to do to build that united community.
Right. Let me just...
It's not a remark. It's a two-page interview. It's a serious play by a politician who's fighting to become a European representative of
it's a small part of a pretty long interview, to be fair. She talks about a lot of other issues as well.
It's a very significant part in terms of the action.
Can I ask you, I mean, you're hopping mad tonight. We've seen statements from other members of your party as well. Very quick within the DUP to condemn Anna Lowe's comments. You've not been so quick, and a lot of people on social media have been pointing this out, not been so quick in the DUP to condemn the PUP leader, Billy Hutchinson, when he said in another newspaper interview earlier in the week that he had no regrets in terms of his past because he believed he contributed to preventing a united Ireland. And let's not forget, that's in the context of the fact that he pleaded guilty to killing two innocent Catholic men in 1974.
In a disgraceful and evil way.
Where was the statement from the DUP demanding an apology from him?
A statement by Anna Lowe. I was asked to come on live to this BBC programme. So this is the first time I've been asked about the Billy Hutchinson comment. Utterly disgraceful, and it shows there to unionists that Billy Hutchinson thinks killing Catholics is the best way to preserve the union. No, it's not. It's the worst way. It's a way to destroy the union. And I'm more than happy to condemn that. My party's more than happy to condemn that. And I think you will find that members of my party in South Antrim and other parts of the country did issue statements to their local press and did make statements. Whether the BBC picks them up, that's up to them. But I don't think you'll hold any water in that argument with me, Mark, or with anyone in my party.
All right, John McAllister, quick final thought from you.
I mean, certainly Billy Hutchinson's remarks were just absolutely repulsive, appalling remarks to make, and should not be in any form of mainstream political thinking. I mean, it was just awful. There was never a place or a context for that type of thinking in Northern Ireland, and there's certainly none in the future.
Okay, we need to leave it there, folks. We've covered a lot of ground. I suspect it's a subject we will return to in the future. Interesting to see if it colours your party conference on Saturday or not. I'm sure it'll be raised, and we'll be covering it.
May well not.
Okay, may not. Okay, we will see. Thanks very much indeed anyway.